when we have been seeing them since the nerfs. But I think if there's anybody that might be able to make them shine, it's Prince and Ayla. Prince is going to have to absolutely go to the deepest depths.
And still, another swing here from 100 Thieves from Closer coming up empty. FlyQuest get the Dragon.
Dragon about to go, but what about the fight after? 100 Thieves still maybe thinking.
Walked over and helped Closer level up, trying to catch him up in a little bit of XP right there, doing anything he can. As we have 4 players on each side here as the engage now comes in. Spica pops the ultimate, Nami wave in as well. Closer getting low, does get the resurrect, as you mentioned, plays in so well with Xin Zhao, but he does still go down to the damage of Veigar. That's first blood for FlyQuest, 2 now as well, as it all begins to fall apart for 100 Thieves. Double kill for Vikla.
The rest of the plates, and with this first turret dropping along with all its plates, I would have to think it's going to be looking like 3,500 gold in 11 minutes for Fly.
Oh yeah, you know, GA loses value when you play against Caitlyn because they can just place traps under you. But the timing on the
Waiting for some sort of a mistake to capitalize on. Hope that there's some sort of miscommunication on FlyQuest's side, because otherwise it's so hard to find any sort of opportunity to get yourself a good fight here. Mid lane tier 1
moment to just check back in for those tuning in. This is game 1 in our best of 5 as they spot Vikla in the bot lane, and this looks like the opportunity for 100 Thieves to find themselves an engage. Bjergsen comes on in, it's Tenacity as well, and the kill on the double lift, Kobe.
Because 100 Thieves overload the bottom side of the map, they commit all of their members. They're happy to push out on the other 2 lanes. They do lose Vikla, they lose the bounty off his head, but Prince is pushing hard on mid, and top side, they take down the tower with impact.
Now the big thing here is the Drake has also been stopped for the side of FlyQuest because of the fact they killed Vic, comfortably contest this, so they will not be able to build towards Soul Point. They will not have that threat for the rest of the game, but FlyQuest is saying, all right, fine, no Drake, no problem. We're gonna take a tier 2 mid, we're gonna take a tier 2 double lift there. Not quite gonna find him. Throws out the cage to make sure Tenacity's not able to chase any further. Busio throws out a hook, only finds Impact. The Scion could still be a viable target here. They are going to focus him and look to take him down, but the dead body's going to come back to life and look to get something back. Busio is killed, and Bjergsen falls back. He doesn't use the ultimate. He's still got it ready to go. Closer's here on the front line. Now he's going to be resurrected by Bjergsen, but it means Double Lift has no way out. A double kill on Vikla. It's 3 dead bodies. We're at 100. Very dark and scary place.
Yeah, it's still dark and scary, and they're going for it!
Busio's going to be your target. Remember, he already had to flash away earlier.
You don't want a burger flip, Flowers.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like FlyQuest wants to give up this turret as the engage comes in from Impact. Teleport behind the 100 Thieves members. It's Vikla on the back find. He says hello and goodbye to Double Lift. Bjergsen goes down as well. He will have the ultimate, but that does not matter. Closer trying to just get out the lantern to safety. Vikla is...
Pull some miracle out of his butt.
Gentlemen, we are at an 8,000 gold lead for FlyQuest, and Vikla still doesn't even have a fully... That's what I want to look to now, is if you're 100 Thieves, what are you thinking about changing? What needs to be different in game number 2? Because this one got out of control pretty quick.
I mean, I'm going to pass that to you, Kobe, because I have no dang idea.
I mean, one of the biggest factors when you're coming into best of 5s is the one, and that should be the first area that they start. That is something you can fix quickly.
Closer, about to die. Survives long enough to get the resurrection from Bjergsen, but what about after the fact? Now Spica's ready to use the ulti. Closer's still in retreat. Impact's here in the front. He's actually going to be the first one killed in this fight overall, and 100 Thieves doing a good job defending. The inhibitor is still standing too. FlyQuest push has not done a lot. Finally, they're going to get the inhib. They will trade their top.
This Jinx carry.
Well, FlyQuest is going to get that 3rd Drake here for themselves. Quick note to anybody who just saw a long way away. FlyQuest pushing up mid lane. Tier 3 turrets already under pressure. Prince grabbing a little bit of damage here through the auto attacks as Tenacity and the rest of 100 Thieves try to hold him off. That Baron Enchanted Cannon minion is going to have the buff for another 2 seconds or so. Oh, just as he was about to shoot the bullet, he loses the buff. Doesn't matter, turret had 1 HP left, and FlyQuest are now on to their 2nd inhibitor of the game. The super minions are pressuring the bottom lane, so Nasty has to deal with it. Mid lane inhibitor.
You talked about him being a one-man army before. He's just warding off the whole 100 Thieves team with all these meteors and cages dropping. Finally, that tower...
The Baron play has begun. Imagine trying to walk through that point with the Veigar cage.
Oh!
It's Spica on the back line, though, as he gets the knockup. Down goes Closer. No time for an ultimate there as they've been completely pushed off. Tenacity now stuck in the cage as well. Oh, it looks like it's all but over right now. As also, there's one more! Ultimate has to be used by Bjergsen. They're gonna march right on down. This looks like it's gonna be game number 1 for FlyQuest. Let's talk about a miracle. 1 versus 5 for Doublelift. It don't matter how many playoffs he's been in. He's not stopping that. FlyQuest with the ace, and it's gonna be FlyQuest striking first here in our best of 5.
This is the FlyQuest we saw in the first few weeks of the split. This is the FlyQuest that was notably absent for the last couple of weeks. And this is the FlyQuest that came to play in this first round of playoffs. They take game 1.
Okay, so pretty straightforward for 100 Thieves, straight front to back. This is going back to what was more comfortable with them now with the Scion being picked up, so I like
that situation a whole lot, but he returns some good damage onto Boostio and Doublelift. The problem is, Closer's ready to make an appearance. FlyQuest are not falling back at all. Ayla's now ignited. Prince and Ayla wanting to get away from this one. Ayla's gonna be the target. Closer just primes the Q. He gets it, and it's first blood over to Doublelift.
For them to be able to make those moves is gonna give them a lot of benefit. Topside though?
Get ready to go all out. I am assuming they get the knock-up, they get the follow-up damage. A little bit more will seal the deal, and Tenacity dies underneath the turret. He's going to use his dead body to try to farm up all the minions that he can. He knows there's not anything he can get back against the champions, and now he's going to lose out on a little bit more before teleporting back to minimize those losses.
Problem is, with going top side, why so many junglers don't like doing it, you're gonna give up the early dragon unless a rock steals it. It's not just the junglers, Scion is here too. 100 Thieves with a full commit to this Herald play. I love this. They're gonna have Orianna roam down, Scion ultimate through with the Rift Herald.
They want to make the dive. TP coming in to defend on the side of FlyQuest, and now 100 Thieves see Speaka's here as well, but the TP was an absolute int. Vikla nearly dies as soon as he arrives, and 100 Thieves shows they're more ready than FlyQuest is here in the bottom lane. All 5 men from 100 Thieves still hanging around. One more plate's gonna go down, and the money goes over to Doublelift. They should just be able to force down the rest of this. 100 Thieves with the power play here on the bottom side. They'll take first turret, they'll take another Drake. They're having an awesome early game.
My single favorite type of Scion play. Trying to get your top laner involved early. Early recalling your Scion to make some of these ultimate plays from down the lane, and we've seen it so many times. This is why this champion is so popular as a tank. Speaker going for a steal possibly though?
Thinking about it, but not quite. Nope, as soon as he uses the W, you know it's not happening.
In game number 1,
Prince of all people, FlyQuest complete the hype, but 100 Thieves are ready to go into the fight. Closer's here in the middle, as Impact wants to tank up in the front. Speaker's ready to follow it up here with a Cyclone. Closer's taking low, but he ain't gonna be taken down. Finally falls over. Speaker taking a lot of damage. Where's Prince at? Massive shockwave coming out of Bjergsen. A double kill back going to Doublelift, and 100 Thieves just got 3.
In a position to take over the map.
the story of this game so far has been the gold going in the pocket of Doublelift, who now has a 400 bounty on himself. There's another turret as well. Third dragon spawning. 100 Thieves, they want to stack these Drakes right now, get to that soul as soon as possible.
And you can see, just based on the position of the FlyQuest players, they are not interested in a contest. Instead, they're going to trade across the map. Vikla will go ahead, escort this wave in, take down the last bit of HP on that tier 1 turret. That is the first turret FlyQuest has claimed the entire race. Is a massive consequence for FlyQuest if they lose it, and a massive dub for 100 Thieves if they can collect. They're going to trade tier 2s across top and bottom. FlyQuest taking the top, it's 100 Thieves taking the bottom, and Doublelift just continued to get...
The moment, they're going to look for this tier 1 turret in the top lane. They should have it with ease. Doublelift gets excited, not going to follow up here as of yet, as FlyQuest might want to answer as a teleport now comes in.
FlyQuest is ready to go. Spica wants the flank, but this time he's going to be flayed back. He looks for Doublelift. Cyclone 2 hits him, but a nice death sentence from Boostio. He's hitting these all over the place. In game number 2, Boostio sets him up for Doublelift to knock him down.
Pushing the mid wave, but 100 Thieves will contest them on every single one.
100 Thieves ready to skirmish here in the mid lane. The engage now comes in. Already Lulu having to be popped on the Princess. He's all the way out of the fight. It's a 4v1 on the other side. Impact does stay alive for the moment as they begin to just let Doublelift shell. It's first
HP ready to go again for this upcoming Drake fight. Vikla has barrier, but no flash. Spica gets away from the decimating smash of Tenacity, but keep your eyes on Doublelift. That's the name of the whole story here. Boostio with Shirelia's Reverie. Vikla's gonna be caught again and again and again and again and again. They are finding...
They've got the advantage over the Dragon. Spica, though, he needs to steal this one. He still has Wukong Flash. Spica, can he do it?
He just got death
A W.
sentenced over the wall. There is no way. He knows if he goes in, he's just gonna die. It's Ocean Soul at 20.
Pushed there by Double Lip. He's one of the 80 carries in the LCS that goes to minion waves quicker than any other. Everybody's grouped up at objective.
Has begun, and 100 Thieves have it down to about half HP. Impact's gonna walk up. He doesn't walk into the choppers just yet. Vikla rides the Weaver's wall forward. Prince firing a zap over, trying to take him out, but it's already secured by the side of 100 Thieves. Spica jumps over the wall. Cyclone onto 4, but where's the follow-up? Where's the damage? It's nowhere to be found just yet. Oh, Impact goes in. He shuts down Devlin, and Prince gets back over the wall. Closer wants to finish him off. Both 80 carries are dead as Vikla and Ayla try to survive the Xin Zhao, but it will not be done. 100 Thieves has the money, and they'll beat FlyQuest.
4 to 1v3 you, you're going to remember that. 100 Thieves are trying to imprint in your mind. Fine, keep banning Closer's champs. He's okay on Xin. He's more than okay.
He's diving, and FlyQuest are having to kite back. Wild Growth was already used. Prince has that extra protection for now, but what else happens with Spica coming around for the flank? Vikla rides the wall, but he doesn't get a whole lot done with it. Double it now, popping the stasis. Beautifully done to drop some of the aggro, but he's still gonna be caught and killed. Vikla grabbing the credit now, as Closer again looks for Prince. The shutdown on Bjergsen. 100 Thieves are dropping like flies. Tenacity tries to survive, and Closer's gonna lose his Guardian Angel. A double kill back over to Impact, as Tenacity's dead body will be no more than just that. Closer goes right back in. It's up.
Able to make an impact, and this looks like it's going to be Elder Dragon. The great equalizer is here. The 5,000 gold lead is gone. Kobe, what just happened?
What just happened is FlyQuest just happened. My goodness. The team fight win. It's 2 objective bounties. Look at this. They're already falling off because FlyQuest has gained so much. But you get telling though.
That was a 6,000 gold difference swing right there within 45 seconds as they're going to look to use this Elder.
Hold my ground.
I respect the man who holds his ground, but right now, 100 Thieves have to surrender territory to make sure they don't get caught in an unwinnable fight.
Because in that fog of war, behind the Baron, he wants the W over, he wants to steal.
Spica still on the backside of the pit. 100 Thieves are stepping up. Impact's here in the front. He dives in, but now he's in the middle of everybody and nobody else is backing him up. Bucio's gonna be taken down to half. Doubles taken down. Impact got him again. He just can't do wrong as Impact will continue to lead the charge. He jumps over the wall. Bucio gonna find another nice death sentence. Impact getting himself away, but now 100 Thieves, they lost 1 man, and 3 are now separated from one of the remaining guys. Impact trying to bait everybody else close to him. He might die for this, but there's gonna be a lot more dead bodies wearing red. It's 100 Thieves getting caught out here in a real bad spot. Closer dropped. Guardian Angel's gonna bring him back, but it's hard to imagine a lot of value coming out of this one. Vikla takes him down, and now Bjergsen has to run from Spica. Prince jumps over the wall, and Bjergsen just gets his head beat in. Spica ain't worried about it none. He's got bigger jobs, and the job is named Tenacity. He'll try to walk himself away, but with Vikla over the wall, he don't mind throwing another rock. Ayla's gonna help back him up a little bit. They're delaying this. They're making it so the death timers are not synced up, and it means more control and more tempo for FlyQuest.
Yeah, that should be an easy Baron for FlyQuest. Impact the no help kill double up this time. That was all Impact, baby.
But if you look, when we see the replay here, as FlyQuest will secure the Baron, where does double?
But we're back to live, and we're back to the Elder Dragon. This can determine the entirety of the game right here in one fight. 100 Thieves are the ones tanking the aggro here initially. Impact gonna be played back into the team. He's trying to survive. Vikla comes around from the side, and now Dylan's gonna be jumped on yet again. He's already dead, and Bjergsen dies beside him. 100 Thieves drove the car for so long in this game, but it has crashed, and it's all FlyQuest ready to take this one all the way home.
I mean, what brilliant execution. The Talia wall to trap them in, and then there's just enough of a spot for Wukong to come up through, knock everybody up. It's another ace as FlyQuest has absolutely turned up at the end of game 2.
We were talking earlier about how, hey, you know, if you can have that Xin in game 2, you bring it back, they're going to keep that in their mind. The thing in 100 Thieves' mind now is they were up 6,000 gold. They were up a Drake Soul. They shoulda, coulda, woulda won this game. But FlyQuest said no. The ace in the
Nine-tailed fox. Sheesh. Oh, Vagar locked in. Vikla What a performance on the Veigar in game number 1. Can he do it here in game 3? All right, Kobe, break it down for...
At the beginning of the split, Tenacity said that he would shave his head if they lost to FlyQuest in playoffs. So it might be problematic here very soon. Spica going to be caught out here with a very start, but now Closer with the front lines. Also going to be careful. First blood over to Bjergsen, and FlyQuest is in full retreat. Vikla might go next. Has the flash, and he gets away. Ayla's going to sidestep too, but 100 Thieves are happy with the way it went down.
Yeah, Bjergsen flash, Flowers. Bjergsen flash of death right there. He hits the charm. They get the kill. Flash also blown in for Vikla in a defensive manner. Tenacity's out of mana, so it should be fine. Yeah. And mid lane, they're not done.
They're going to look for more. Ayla has no summoner spells. Vikla just had to pop his second one. FlyQuest is absolutely screwing around, and 100 Thieves is not going to clear out that minion wave and make it so 100 Thieves can't get anything else down there. Meanwhile, they summon up the Herald with the turret just having enough HP left for the charge to nearly kill it off. So the race has been won by the side of FlyQuest, but now Impact surely will die here. Wants to just clear out as many minions as he can, send these guys on a wild goose chase so they don't have free firing time. There's no Maokai ulti, and the difference between that being there or not is huge. Now Vikla might just get dope here in the bottom lane, throws out an early cage, and the Spica ultimate is gonna come out. Vikla's still getting focused, but Wild Growth is able to keep him alive. Now the charm back down to Ayla. Closer's already been killed. Ayla will not die. Busio throws out a little bit more, but Spica just delivers the Bramble Smash. Bjergsen gets away, but Spica's ready to follow. FlyQuest ain't done. Prince wants a little bit more, and Bjergsen is his target. They don't quite have the damage just yet. Prince picks one up. Tenacity and Double It barely hobble away, and FlyQuest get one hell of a punch upside the jaw of 100 Thieves.
And look at the minimap. It's not just the devastation you saw on the bottom side, that tower dive. Guess what? The Crocodile unanswered will get a secondary turret as well. Impact also benefiting, while the rest of his team wins on the other side of the map. Closer gets here just after the tower is gone for FlyQuest.
And now the Drake is on the menu, and FlyQuest appear to be uncontested. 100 Thieves just wanting to potentially trade something, as the death sentence over the wall will not find Impact or Ayla.
Is going to die.
And while we were watching Vikla farm up in the bottom lane, he has 163 AP farmed up through his... Out the cage, they force Bjergsen's ulti. The Maokai ulti following it up over the wall. Spica's gonna tank up this turret so they can finish it off, grab the money on that one. FlyQuest 4K gold ahead. Okay, TP's coming in.
Oh, what a
now
flank.
Impact is gonna show himself, but the TP's... Oh, the TP just barely makes it in time. Double is gonna be focused down. Impact whipped towards Busio because he knew Double was gonna be pulled to safety. Now they want to camp out and look for Bjergsen. Tenacity's here in the middle. Vikla flashes away. Closer here on the front line now too. Prince fires out the zap. Tenacity walks right into the cage. Now Spica's ready to chase, and 100 Thieves are on the run. Double is still alive. They knock him out of the way of the Dark Matter, and Ayla's gonna be killed before anything. Prince jumps over the wall, but now he's gonna be a target. FlyQuest have screwed this up, and 100 Thieves are fighting back beautifully. Nice shutdown on Prince.
That is what comes on down, immediately get damage on the Tenacity. He winds up flashing out and stays alive. Closer gets out, the Fresh Cage comes on through as the Dragon...
He just walked up and stole it. He just walked into the pit and stole it away. 100 Thieves lost the objective. But now what about the fight? Prince is coming in over the wall. They're seeing if they might be able to do a little bit more, as Closer's going to be polymorphed. He's in a little bit of danger as Impact and Prince want to deal with everybody else, but Double got this shut down, and now he's trying to deal with Prince. Dickless coming in to back him up. Prince is killed. What in the world is he doing? Double trying to...
Line and Thresh actually plays out because the skill shots and the angles are so much more difficult to pull off than a Maokai ultimate and Cage, a lot bigger. And so both of them do have good ways to pull it out. Not a big difference. I don't think they have to feel super pressured in it. Focus on the execution. Veigar, of course, can scale infinitely, so you always got that to worry about.
That is quite good.
Spica looking for a chance to go in here. They're only going to find Tenacity, but remember, it's not a tank Krogan. This man is full AP. He may just die here, and Vikla's on a killing spree now. With the Maokai ulti unleashed, they're going to lock down more players on the side of 100 Thieves. Busio wants to get away, but Spica's ready to lock him down again. A double kill back over to Vikla means FlyQuest continue.
So it's some face checking right now.
Closer thinking about it. He knows that a steal here could bring him right back into a good position in this game. Vikla doesn't want to let him in, and it's going to be secure.
crazy of a fight in the mid lane for 100 Thieves. They will take a turret on the way out, but with Baron now into play, how much can FlyQuest 4% HP?
Yeah, and the way that Veigar goes with the double scaling
there's a
items
pick.
now.
Oh, nice pick on Spica there. Doublelift gets it, goes on a rampage. FlyQuest get Ari without ult, can barely contribute to the team fight. So difficult to navigate those without the mobility. And that means FlyQuest get to go to Soul.
And no hook from Busio as well. I do not believe the Baron will last long enough to get this turret, as the wave won't make it there in time. But they still might be able to push this one down by brute force.
They did get the turret in mid lane. Instead, it was Impact taking that one in front of Bjergsen as Spica looks for the opportunity to just distract them a little with the ulti, allow the rest of FlyQuest to force down the tier 2 turret.
But unless this man is able to shell on FlyQuest without anyone reaching him, 100 Thieves are going to have themselves some tough team fights up ahead.
100 Thieves that healer missing can take the dragon all on their own. FlyQuest now opting to have control further in the direction of the Drake, and you can see Prince is already down on the Drake itself. This is what I'm talking about. One guy can do it. All it takes is one damage dealer on the objective. FlyQuest are going after it. The burst is coming out. They fire the Spire Plant over the wall, but Closer's not able to close any distance. Flash Charm coming out from Bjerg, but it only finds Ayla. It's not going to do enough. Impact off to the side, but Vikla goes after Doublelift, and he finds the shutdown. It's 2 kills over to FlyQuest, and they ain't done yet. Prince leads the charge. Everybody dies on 100 Thieves. It's a 5-0 ace. And it will end this game and end this series. FlyQuest may have stumbled at the end of Spring Split, but they're back in form, they're locked and loaded, and they make an example out of 100 Thieves.
The curse hasn't been broken. I'm done. I retire. I have to retire.
Oh no!
FlyQuest.
They're just
They're gonna fountain dive for 2!
FlyQuest are going to fountain dive and get the ace. It's a statement series for FlyQuest. We'll see you in Rally as they get the job done.
Oh no, I feel so bad. 100 Thieves take the loss.
playoffs. You're doing a double take now because FlyQuest is back.
FlyQuest is definitely back. That's what our title for today will be. FlyQuest is back with a vengeance. Opening playoffs with a bang. That was super fun. Game number 2 especially, very close.
Yeah.
100 Thieves with a pretty big lead they were unable to convert on. Definitely some stuff for them to go back and review after this series, though.
Hey, maybe the rocket just needed some more fuel. They stopped.
It didn't stop. It just took a detour.
Or the rocket, I'm too heavy for the rocket to carry.
Oh no!
Maybe that's the other thing. So
It wasn't going to stop, but now.
Then they just ditched me off the cargo, and now it's just right back to the moon.
Okay.
I mean, look, FlyQuest, great way to rebuttal. 100 Thieves had the momentum of these two teams going into today's matchup. That's now FlyQuest 5-0 against the 100 Thieves LCS team in the spring split. Pretty impressive matchup there for them. And for 100 Thieves, we've got to see how they can bounce back against Golden Guardians later this weekend.
Exactly. 100 Thieves have showed us that they can go through tough times, come back stronger. They were on a 7-game loss streak earlier on in the split, only to bring it back and go on a massive win streak towards the end of things. So that's what I really want to see. More of that learning, more of that team coming together and figuring out what were the issues here in this series. It started off, game number 1, we blamed the level 1 because honestly, it was a little wacky. It set them behind. Game number 2, they were super far ahead, but they had to protect the double lift comp, and all of a sudden, double lift wasn't getting protected. And then in game number 3, I feel like it just continued to snowball from that second game. So hopefully 100 Thieves will be ready to go up against Golden Guardians here on Saturday. Like I said, they still have an entire day to prepare for that one and sort of reload and reassess where they're at and what they're doing.
Yeah, honestly, take a breather. Think about it for a while. No quick judgments.
Yeah. I'm going to go get dumplings after this. That's the only thing finding me solace.
I think you might need to bring tenacity with you for 100 Thieves. But hey, reminder to all you guys, with playoffs now underway, we are officially live with tickets for the LCS Spring Final in Raleigh, North Carolina on April 8th and April 9th. By winning here today, FlyQuest have locked in their trip for that weekend. So if you want to see them play on the big stage, head to Ticketmaster.com and get yours before they're all gone. We finally got to bring back road shows last year. They were both badass, and we're hoping to keep it rolling here in 2023. But now with the series wrapped up, we're going to hand it back over to the LCS Lounge, where Prince and Impact will be joining up with the analysts momentarily.
Thank you very much, Captain Flowers. Yep, we're just waiting for them to get over here. We'll mic them up after a dominating 3-0 series.
Destructive.
Yeah, that was I was shocked. Even as someone who predicted FlyQuest, the fact that they could come back in some of these games where they fell behind, that was very impressive.
Yeah, the way I saw this is a lot more. I mean, we got game 2 where it was a little bit, but FlyQuest's main weakness in terms of the games that they've lost, in my opinion, again, is like when they choose fights. And we even did see some of that in game 2, specifically the topside fight that I believe you called out, Raz, when we were reviewing the tape in front of the giant wall over there.
Yeah.
And I think that is it. Like, I'm not saying I necessarily saw a more cautious FlyQuest, but I do think that they were a little bit more thoughtful about like itemization and setup, and the flanks that Impact was able to get in a lot of these games were phenomenal.
Even game 3, it did start very well for 100 Thieves again.
Yep.
I think they had like a 1 or 2K gold lead after this initial fight that went in their favor. Jinx, again, Doublelift was getting ahead. He was pretty far ahead at some points in this game. And I think it just showed that, you know, FlyQuest is a team that people maybe slept on a little bit. They were still 6-3 in the second round robin. To your point, some of their games were messy, but they were still winning a lot of games in the second half of the split, and they were no means bad. And as you hit playoffs, you start taking your fights a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, I mean, FlyQuest as a team, whenever you hear them in interviews, they're really self-critical. They're the most critical of their own performances, even of the stuff that you don't see. When they were in their win streak, they're the one telling us about their scrim win streak. Them losing in scrims, I mean. Like, they're the ones telling us that. You're like, oh, okay, like, they're telling like Travis or any interviewers that's like they're not happy with their current play. So I always wondered what would happen during playoffs. Like, would they turn it on? Extremely disciplined. The team fights that we saw, to your point, Emily, night and day in comparison to the regular season. And so this is the FlyQuest that now we have to put in comparison to C9 and stuff like that. If they're the favorites, just based off this series alone, it was dominant.
Yeah, I think that they didn't lose their identity either. That made them so good. Like, Prince was still going hamburgers in these fights. Look at this. He's still going over the wall into 3 people all the time. Like, he's super aggressive. In game 2, he did it sometimes when he probably shouldn't have, but like, it speaks to his mindset, why he was excluding tiebreakers, the kill leader in the LCS. He is an incredibly bloodthirsty player, and when he gets even set behind a little bit, he can still make big plays in team fights.
And I think that ties into something you said, I believe, at top of day, Mark, where it's like, you think that both of these teams play similarly enough that the team that is stronger is going to win out, and you had said that would be FlyQuest in a 3-1. And I do think when it came down to a lot of these 5v5 fights, the difference maker was, in a lot of cases, Impact, and just the way they were able to set up around flanks with Impact, Vikla, or zone control from Vikla and Spica.
All right, we're going to go ahead and bring Prince and Impact in now.
Get on in here.
Verizon post-game interview with these 2 guys after dominating that series.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you. So how does it feel now that you got your first playoff win as a team? Were you guys nervous at all?
I'm not nervous. What about you?
I didn't too, but our support a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Also, when we come stadium, I sing music very loudly.
That sounds like confidence. Did you guys expect to come in this strongly? Like a 3-0 finish to me, especially with how 100 Thieves is ramping in the playoffs, I was shocked by that.
I mean, to me, kind of 100 is overrated about like lane sub situation. You know, they keep using Jinx, their line push and keep lanes up. So if you don't know what to do, then you're gonna lose more, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think second game is good example. We lost too much. Then, I mean, but there's one trick about this. So, and we won, and we think if they do again, just keep doing that. Anyway, I think we're gonna win. So, because we are player is better.
Yeah. Prince, how did it feel to beat Doublelift? Did you feel bad because you're his son of Doublelift, like, but you kill him in playoffs?
Before match, some reviewers said, "Oh, take picture with Prince," but he said no. So, he's very serious. I think he's very serious today. But after match, after three game, and he just smiled to me, and I said, "Oh, I wish you see you again."
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's really nice.
So I have to bring this up. Bring up predictions from the start of the day.
Bring it up.
Raz,
Bring it
One
up.
of us didn't believe in you.
didn't believe in you.
Oh, God, guys.
Do you have anything to say to Raz?
Are you playing League of Legends?
So I will say the fans, it was like even voting.
Yeah.
Because 100 Thieves did very good. You guys, people thought end of season you were struggling more. did you still have confidence going to postseason? Like, do you still think your title contenders, favorites to win, maybe?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think we need to play against C9 first next week. Oh shit.
Oh,
actually, that's yeah. Okay. High chance.
CLG, what are you saying?
Okay. High chance C9 come. So I just guessed that C9 come. Then I can say that I get confident. But against 100T, I mean, I get pretty confident because the top liner is like kind of rookie and doesn't know matchup. I mean, today especially when he plays Cho'Gath and the Gragas, he go Comet, and I think, nah, this is, I'm not getting nervous because I saw Rune. I just click tab and nah, I'm not getting nervous, of course, because too easy matchup. Anyway, I think we have a confidence to ourselves, and we just need to more learn about detail, wise, because I think today's game was kind of good or kind of bad, half-half.
Early game bad.
Yeah, when I'm the third game, when we lose direct fight, I got shocked. It was like, guys, is this game free? If we just get header from ranked prior and just play through, we win, and we say, we should win. And like, okay, it's fine, just move on. But yeah, we need to fix that kind of problem. Then I think we get pretty confident and be ready to against winner.
C9.
Yeah.
No.
Especially in game 2, it was super important, but you also took it in game 3. I forget about game 1. I want to ask you about Anathema's change and kind of your role as a top laner, knowing how 100 Thieves play, knowing that they're going to keep double lift on the Jinx or a hyper carry. How did you approach knowing that, like, at all costs, you're going to go in and kill double lift?
That's the only hope. That's the second game. We keep saying that we should kill Jinx, but how? I'm thinking, okay, I need a Q flash, or just we need to go in somehow to kill Jinx. And we just keep talking about how we can flank and how we can look angry, because we have a chance to win that game because what's that team called? Thresh, Jinx, Sion, what's the jungle? Jinzhao, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking the top side is weak later. Sion doesn't have that protect teammate.
Yeah.
And Jinzhao doesn't help. I can help with it, I guess, but I think Clutch doesn't think that way to ulti to push the team Wukong or then K'Sante. So I'm thinking, we can win that, and and somehow we got it to end Baron side, and like, wow, actually we can win. And Speaker exciting too much, and I remember he go alone to go, when the enemy hit poster, he exciting he go alone, and he die. I said, please go together, or we're gonna lose. And he said, oh, maybe. But yeah, that's how we won that, I think. We just talk about how we can flank or how we can look at the back line more.
That makes sense. And a question that I have is mostly just like on the improvements that you guys have made from like later on in the split. I know you guys were saying that you guys felt like you guys were playing worse in comparison to the beginning of this split, right? But then from that point till now, just it feels like stomping 100 Thieves in a 3-0 finish. What do you guys, like both of you guys, feel that really like felt that? What was the biggest improvement?
From what? Like
from like regular season when you guys were starting to lose a little bit more. Like, is it discipline? Because you guys were talking a lot about like scrims not looking good.
I think meta change is big too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like AD jungle meta. I mean, we played Maokai, but still like AD jungle kind of matter. Like before was like Maokai, Sejuani, so it's kind of easy to tracking enemy jungle and play to bot side, If your 3 level doesn't come bottom is like, and it's over, right?
Yeah.
Jerry Lucian matter.
Yeah.
So that's why we can play the bot side and play too easy, because Prince is pretty good about that.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, but after that, now after jungle change, you have so many options. Now mid is strong. I'm not sure actually top is strong, but still, you can choose that like Jax or Gwen, this kind of champ to steer. So you have more options. That's why I think we getting confused to watch our look. Example like our bottom doesn't know when jungle going to top side, mid side before, but now they play safe and they know limit. That's why I think now looks better than before.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Prince, with this win, you're going to North Carolina for finals weekend, maybe third, fourth, maybe finals. Are you excited to play in front of North American crowd, the whole fans, like in a big stadium? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I didn't play with big stadium and too many fans, so many players say if you go Worlds or World Series, when you play too many people shouting to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Really?
The stadium
Yeah.
shakes and yeah.
Really awesome experience. So I wanna feel that.
All right, cool.
Good.
I'm excited because if you're a fan, you can go buy your tickets now to see Prince in person. Everyone can go try and get a picture, autograph.
Who do you guys think is going to be player of the series from your team? Who do you guys think deserves it?
Everybody some point int. So actually, I was no clue because last game I think big color flavor,
Yes.
but second game I think me and
Monkey.
Monkey. Yeah, no. Speaker flavor.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
That plank. And first game.
So it's the monkey that wins.
Oh my God. He int. That's right.
Hey, you said everyone into.
Yeah, but the first. Actually, I don't remember first game.
He was Wukong again.
Yeah, you did that Scion level.
No, that's Sion game.